Can the worst possible Kingler beat the entire game of Pokemon Yellow on 0 DVs, minimum battles, and with no TMs? Kingler has a couple of unique tools in its moveset that might just make this possible: Crabhammer and Guillotine. Guillotine is a guaranteed one-hit KO as long as we can outspeed our opponents, and Crabhammer might just be the solution to getting through Agatha that Poliwrath didn't have. Speaking of Poliwrath, this is our second part of our series where we're comparing Poliwrath and Kingler to see which is the best physical attacking water type in Gen 1, and I think Kingler might just take this one down. But if it does have any major weakness, it's that terrible special stat. If we can get knocked out by moves like Psychic and Mega Drain, this might just become a nightmare. So will the Angry Crab be the king of the sea, or is the Frog Prince gonna take it down? There's only one way to find out. Let's get into it. Professor Oak was wondering how crabs can hammer, so we caught a Kingler in a Pokeball and we got our starting Pokemon. Now let's skip ahead. Now I'm going to do something I've never done in this series before. I'm going to jump straight ahead to Agatha in this very first run, the 0 DVs, minimum battles, no TMs run, because this is where Poliwrath broke down. And the reason that Poliwrath couldn't get through this one was because it didn't have any badge boosts and Water Gun was so incredibly weak. But here in this case, we actually have a strong water type move in Crabhammer. Crabhammer's 90 base power and has a virtually guaranteed critical hit, but it still doesn't seem to be enough. And the reason why it's not enough is because Kingler has very low special, meaning that if it gets hit by Mega Drain, or if it gets hit by Psychic or Dream Eater, it's going to go down pretty darn easily. Add on getting hit with Toxic or getting paralyzed, and you have a recipe for an absolute nightmare of a battle. I had about 200 failed attempts off camera, and I finally came back just to record what was going on. So with that being done, let's go ahead and get back into the normal run. Here, Rival 1 is no problem. We have Vice Grip, and we're just going to use Vice Grip to completely destroy him. He has no chance in ever beating us there. So now I'll take this opportunity during this incredibly easy bug catcher fight to say, if you want to see the full unedited runs, there's a live commentary linked in the description below for every single run that's included here. Moving on to Brock, we easily take him down with Bubble, and we're on to Mount Moon with 0 resets. Let's see how Jesse and James go here. We ain't going double helix in here, come on. Now we can get into the Jesse and James fight, where Vice Grip's pretty well just gonna destroy their team, I think. Except Bite caused us to flinch, no! Oh, we got wrecked because of that Bite flinch, are you kidding me? Hey. Vice Grip, Vice Grip, Vice Grip. Vice Grip. Okay, that's much, much better against that Meowth. We do not want to get the flinch there. So we have our first reset from Jesse and James, and that's actually the second time that that's happened with Kingler. So here, let's get into the Misty fight. Misty's not too scary because she's only going to use Tackle on us, and we have a strong move with Vice Grip, so we're really just hoping for some crits here, and not for her to crit. And she uses Harden. There we go. We get through Misty on the first attempt. It was close, but we get through. So we'll take that. And we can make our way now up to Rival 2. And this is another fight that I don't think is perfectly consistent by any means, but it shouldn't be terrible. So let's just try. We're going to go Vice Grip here on the Spearow. It's a 2-hitter. We can go Bubble here. It's a 3-hitter with Bubble on Sandshrew. It's a 2-hitter with Vice Grip on Rattata. And we've been sand attacked, but a critical hit takes down the Eevee. So there we go. 2 hits in the end because of that crit. So let's fight this old man. This is pretty much the guaranteed optional battle that I will always take whenever I do optional battles, because it's the most XP efficient battle in the entire game. And now we're just going to quickly heal and take on Rival 3. Here, Vice Grip is a 1-hitter there, 1-hitter there. Bubble versus Vice Grip. I think Vice Grip is the play. We get a Growl, but it doesn't matter. We take down Squidgy. Squidgy, you're going down, brother.
You're going down. Even though you're awesome, you're still going down. You're not used to this 0DVs thing.
For what it's worth, I would absolutely love to see a 0DVs minimum battles no TMs run from Squidgy. Anyway, back to the action. Here, against the Wrapping Last, you would think that she'd be pretty hard, but fortunately Vice Grip does decent damage, and her Bellsprouts don't use grass-type attacking moves. So the only issue in this fight was that I didn't heal before coming in. We're going to rectify that very quickly. You could also think about using rare candies here to make this a little more consistent, but really, as long as we are able to land a couple Vice Grips per Pokemon, we are going to get through just fine. And if we get a critical hit, it will be a one-hit KO on these Pokemon. So here we're just whittling her down in the second attempt, and I don't expect any real resistance in the Rock Tunnel, except maybe the one Grass-type Junior Trainer in there. So we just take this one down and let's move on and see how we do in this section.
Some things will outspeed us, but here we go. So now we're going to bubble on this Cubone. I think that's the play. But now on these Slowpokes, the entire game plan is to Guillotine, because Guillotine gets wrecked. Now into this girly right here, where we could go Guillotine, but Vice Grip is a 2-hit KO. Guillotine is only 30% accurate, which means on average, we're going to have to use it 3 1/3 times to land a hit. So if an opponent is a 2-hit KO or less, we're pretty much better off just using Vice Grip. The only case where we would want to use Guillotine, even though the opponent is like a 2-hit KO with Vice Grip, would be if the opponent is going to use a super effective move that one-shots us. Then Guillotine's the play, because you got a 30% chance as opposed to trying for a crit chance, which is way lower than that. But otherwise, we have to do our best. Alright, so let's get into the Rock Tunnel Hiker here. And here, it's just a bunch of bubbles. Oh, and we survived the self-destruct. That was clutch.
So surviving self-destruct was pretty good, but it was a little concerning that Bubble didn't one-shot that Graveler. That might be important later on. But for now, I just make my way to Celadon, and in the game corner I can take on Jesse and James, who really should be no trouble. We have Guillotine and Vice Grip, which will do plenty of damage to take these Pokemon down, and we can move on to Giovanni, who shouldn't really be that hard.
And let's get into the Giovanni fight. So here, game plan. Bubble is a 2-hitter on Rhyhorn. And now we're going Vice Grip all the way. Oh, that bite was scary, but we survived. If he just goes bite 3 turns in a row, we get destroyed by Persian there.
So with Giovanni going down, we can make our way to Rival 4 in the Lavender Tower.
We need a really high level to get Crabhammer, so I'm not super hopeful there. Here, Firo might use Mirror Move on me, which is why I'm opting to go for... Oh yeah, see, just at the right time it chose to use Mirror Move too. Okay, but we Guillotine there, that was nice. Bubble is a 2-hitter there. And Quick Attack knocked us out. Oh, and I didn't save after Giovanni Rip. Okay, that was kind of bad luck. He decided to use Mirror Move right at the time that we used Vice Grip. Okay, that time he doesn't use anything. That's good, so... And here we can't land a single Guillotine on this Magnemite. And the reason I was using Guillotine there was because we took so many growls from the Firo. Here, without that, I think we just Vice Grip it down, Vice Grip this one down. Here, Bubble should do the job. And here, we can just go Vice Grip. And see, now we get through just fine. Okay, so we're on 4 resets, not too bad. But now...
So this is the point where I'm actually going to add some optional battles in this one, and you might be a little surprised by that. I mean, I'm the minimum battles guy. But there's a reason for that. I did an entire off-camera run with this Kingler, and I found some places where it really struggled to get through. And we're about to run into one of those spots right here. we only have Bubble to hit ghosts. Will Bubble be enough, even at this higher level?
Okay, so here, first Ghastly up. Oh, we can just see, like, we're doing so little damage, and Nightshade does so much. Oh god. We get wrecked. That is a single Ghastly, and it just completely destroyed Kingler. And that's
why Kingler needs to take optional battles in this section in order to get through the Pokemon Tower. And it's because Bubble is only 20 base power, and we have such a low special stat compared to a lot of other Pokemon. Ghastly in particular is an unevolved Pokemon that has a really high special stat. So I'm taking on some extra Fishermen, and now I'm going to take on the Fighting Dojo in order to get extra experience, and I'm going to see if I can beat those Ghastlys at a higher level. Let's fight the Dojo Master.
So here against Hitmonlee, we're going to go Stomp Stomp, and against Hitmonchan, it's time to just keep stomping. And there we go. So that one goes down, because if we can manage to get to level 42 and get Crabhammer, then I think we're just going to crush this. Crabhammer is so much stronger than Bubble. Okay, so here we just outspeed and stomp twice, and there we go. Raichu goes down, no problem. SP. Okay, so here's where I'm gonna try to take on Erica. With the logic being that Guillotine can just one-shot her Pokemon if we get the right kind of luck. So let's just try. And Stomp might be strong enough to just get through this, I don't know. Let's see. Like, if we get the flinches, I mean. So, Stomp. Pingala flinched. Oh, Weepinbell flinched. Petal Dance, we just survived and we took Erica down on the first attempt. That's stupid. 2 HP, are you kidding me? Oh, we just stomped Erica into oblivion. Oh, this sweet little flower girl just gets destroyed by a crab. Who have we missed? Who haven't we fought? You know who we haven't fought? We haven't fought Butterfree Guy. Let's fight Butterfree Guy. Stomp. And now we get to learn Crabhammer. There we go. Learned it over Bubble. And now let's fly back to Lavender. And with Crabhammer, we've taken a ton of optional battles, but Crabhammer is going to be the play. I'm sure of it. Let's check this. Crabhammer one-shots and one-shots. That's the difference between Crabhammer and Bubble. Crabhammer's 90 base power, and it's a basically guaranteed critical hit. So unlike Bubble, which basically couldn't do much damage at all, Crabhammer is just an easy one-shot on these Ghastlys. Just a massive difference. Okay, so now we can take on Ghost Marowak, where Crabhammer is going to destroy it. And it doesn't matter if we have weak special if we've got a move that's this strong. Look at these one-shots. Oh my god. We're just destroying things now. Oh god. And I mean, we're fast enough that I think we can just go take on Rival 5. I don't think he's going to be terrible. We're going to have to stomp on his Magneton or get the Guillotine hit on Magneton, but otherwise I think we get through that. Oh, just the one shot there. Okay, let's just see. Let's try Rival 5 one time. So here Crabhammer is the obvious play. Here I still think we Crabhammer, because Cloyster's not going to use anything other than whatchamacall on us. And now we're hoping for a flinch. We did not get it.
So while I thought I might just be able to take down Rival 5, it didn't really work out. So instead I made my way down to Koga's gym, where I was thinking that Guillotine would possibly allow me to get through these Venonats, otherwise we could get stomps and flinches, and none of these Pokemon are really going to use super effective attacking moves against us. The first and third Venonats do know Sleep Powder, which they will spam infinitely until we fall asleep, but the final Venomoth will just completely randomize between its moves, and if it uses something like Leech Life, it's not going to do that much damage to us. So this really just comes down to getting the ranges. The problem is that Venomoth uses Double Team, and Double Team made me have a ton of resets here, really showing no progress. So I decided to take on some more trainers inside of Koga's gym, as well as over on the cycling road, just anything that we can knock out and get some decent experience. Because with a few more levels, I do think this one will be possible. Both the Venonat on Koga's team and the Magneton on Rival 5's team were 3-hit KOs with Stomp at this point, but maybe a few more levels will get them in a 2-hit range, and that could make this work.
So let's fight this one here against Rival 5 again. Crabhammer will take that one down. Here we're still in 3-hit range there, but now we can Stomp. Oh, and we get the crit. Are you kidding me? Come on. Okay. Stomp. Stomp there. And that's another critical hit Thundershock. Like, that's just bad luck. We should not be getting crit like that. Okay, Stomp. There we get the flinch, and now we knock it out. Okay, Stomp, Kadabra, and now Crabhammer wrecks Flareon. There we go. Okay, we're on a lot of optional battles, but we are getting through this without too much trouble. So, now into the Jesse and James fight. Crabhammer should basically wreck this team. We'll Stomp right there because we can. Keep a couple Crabhammers for Giovanni himself. So Stomp right there. We can Stomp a couple times on this one. And we took a Growl, but that's fine because we're just going to Crabhammer on the last two. And there we go. Giovanni goes down. I think we just take on Sabrina because we can. Let's try this. So here, game plan. Gonna Stomp. And, okay, Psychic did a lot of damage, but if we can manage the hits, okay, Recover is perfect. And the critical hit Stomp, there we go. So, 22 resets, but we have beaten Sabrina now. And now we just have to go back down to take on Koga. Let's see. Here against Koga now. Are we in like an easy 2-hit range with all of our Stomps? Otherwise, one more level gets us badge boosts. Okay, 2 Stomps there. Critical hit Stomp, 1 shot there. Now we get to learn Harden. Okay, 2 Stomps takes that one down. And now I'm going to set up Harden here, which gives us some badge boosts, and we just need to land a hit. Oh, there we go. We got it. Haha, we got him. Nice. Okay, so that takes down Koga. No problem.
So with Koga going down, we can make our way to Blaine, and you would think that this would be a cakewalk. The problem is that we have really low specials, so even moves like Flamethrower and Fire Blast are going to do really decent damage here. So how many resets is it going to take to get through this section?
Let's see what our XP situation is. We're still decent. We're not like immediately going to level up. Let's try Blaine. Let's just see. So here I'm going to start off with Harden in this fight to reach the point where we outspeed. Now Stomp is wrecking. Stomp is still wrecking. And now I think we get destroyed by Fire Blast. Rip decently here. And now Arcanine flinched and flinched again. There we go. We get through. So 26 resets there. Like I said, we're probably not S tier, we're probably A tier at this point, but it will be very interesting to compare this to Poliwrath's results with no TMs.
So 4 resets from Blaine is not what we were looking for as a water type, but it can't be helped. Now we can make our way to Giovanni's gym where we're really close to a level up, so I take on 1 additional trainer here so that I can manage my XP. And now let's try the badge boosting strategy on Giovanni. Let's see how this goes.
Now we can go... Oh, Fissure just destroyed us. But now we can go with Harden to try to get badge boosts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the problem is we've been sand attacked. But now Stomp is kind of destroying things. So, yeah. We need to avoid sand attack. We kind of want him to use Dig, Guard Spec. Yeah, that's kind of bad luck. Okay, but we land the Stomp there. We get the crit from Stomp there. That was bad. Non-crit Stomp there. And now we just need to land the Crabhammer. There we go. Okay, we get through Giovanni. 28 resets. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. And we're going to use rare candies on the Elite Four, don't worry. But we're just avoiding them for now. But if we finish lower than level 83, we already know we're way better than... what's his butt? Okay, here when we've already taken all of this bad luck with getting leech seeded and whatnot, I think we just have to go Guillotine on the Cloister and the Magneton. So Crabhammer handles that one just fine. Stomp, we really wanted the flinch there, which we did not get. Okay, Guillotine one-shots there. Guillotine missed, and it missed again, so that's all she wrote. Okay, come on. Okay, we got the Guillotine there. Now we can just go Harden on Cloister, I think. This is the much more efficient play, I think. We probably could have gone Harden on the Sandslash as well, but we just need one more Harden. Okay, now Stomp is a 2-hitter there. Stomp is a 2-hitter there. Stomp is... God, we got wrecked because we leveled up. Okay, so here's the first spot I am going to drop a rare candy. I'm dropping the rare candy to avoid that level up. Okay, let's try this. Let's try Harden like crazy here on Sandslash. Of course, Slash goes straight through our Hardens. But now we can one-shot there. We can one-shot there. We get the flinch there. Get the flinch there. That's a one-hitter. And while that wasn't a one-hitter, we managed to get through the Flareon, so that's a win in my book.
So now we can make our way on to the Elite Four, and this one is not looking too bad. We're definitely not S tier because of all the additional battles that we took, but we could reasonably make the A tier in this one. And remember, Poliwrath, our chief rival, was a low A tier Pokemon in its first no TMs run, so if we can beat that by any margin, Kingler's already going to have one leg up on its rival. I always run 3 tests with these Pokemon. I always want to find out what level they can beat the game with no TMs, can they beat the game on minimum battles, and finally an optimization. So if Kingler can get an advantage here on no TMs, we already know that it probably isn't going to need nearly as much optimization in order to beat the game as our Poliwrath did. So the only way that Poliwrath would get an advantage would be if its moveset came into play, given that Kingler just doesn't have as many tools in its arsenal. But we've made it all the way to the Indigo Plateau.
And let's get into the Lorelei fight. Here we are. So first things first, in this one I'm going to Harden like crazy. And Aurora Beam did so much damage, that's ridiculous. Okay, but now we can stomp and stomp. Stomp. And a critical hit spike cannon takes us down. So I'm going harden, 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 guillotine. Yeah, some of these I think I just go guillotine. Psychic just does so much damage from Slowbro though, that was stupid. Okay, harden, harden. We like when he uses rest. Or when she uses rest, rip. Now we can just stomp this one down. Okay, guillotine there's nice. Guillotine there's very nice. Stomp will just wreck there. And guillotine on the lapper. So there we go. We get through. Nice, 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 nice. Now we can go ahead and full restore. And we can just pop an elixir very quickly. And let's take on Bruno. Now Bruno's probably the least scary in general here because he's only going to use physical attacks on us. And we can just sit here and set up tons and tons of badge boosts. We now have literally 999 attack. So this should definitely be a one-hitter. That takes that one down, and that should be a one-hitter. And we level up, nice. Now here's where I'm going to go pretty hard on the rare candies. Gonna keep 2 in the bag. But we're up to level 65 here. And we're also going to PP up Crabhammer first. And now we'll add our last PP up into Guillotine. Sorry. And let's go ahead and full restore before Agatha. Agatha's the tough one. Agatha's gonna be hard. So we definitely need to set up some badge boosts. Oh, look how much damage that Mega Drain did. That was bad. Come on. Okay. Paralysis from whatchamacall is also bad from Lick. But here we can see that we're basically two-shotting these ghosts with Crabhammer, so maybe the strat is to just go for it on that one. Stomp takes that one down. Just go for the Crabhammers. Okay, and we take that one down. Now I think maybe we go for Harden. Since comparatively, this one's just a lot less scary. But we knock ourselves out, okay.
So to really drive home the point that this is not possible on 0 DVs, minimum battles, and no TMs, even if we took all the luck in the world in order to get through those ghastlies in the Pokemon Tower, we can see through this 2 times sped up footage here that the Agatha fight is an absolute nightmare. And it's a nightmare because of the fact that we have limited PP with which to knock her out. I've had runs where I got all the way to the final Gengar just to not have enough Crabhammers because Crabhammer's not perfectly accurate, and if she uses super potions or if the first Gengar heals up a lot of damage by using Mega Drain, it's pretty easy to run out of PP in this one. And it's not only that, she can use tons of statuses on us. We can get Lick or Glare causing us to be paralyzed. We can get hit by Hypnosis and put to sleep. We can get hit by Toxic, which basically ends the run every single time. But the biggest factor in this one is actually the confusions, because Kingler has such a massive attack stat, and the higher your attack stat is, the more damage you do to yourself when you hit yourself in confusion. So Kingler actually does pretty decent damage to itself every time it hits itself, and that causes us to have tons of resets even in fights that it looks like we should win. And it's important to note that we're already 11 levels higher than minimum battles. In my first test run where I tried to do the game on 0 DVs, minimum battles, and no TMs, I reached this fight at level 54 to find it completely impossible. So funny enough, Kingler and Poliwrath run into a wall at exactly the same spot, and you kind of would have expected it with Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a fighting type Pokemon, so if it gets hit by moves like Psychic and Dream Eater, of course it's going to get knocked out, right? And I mean, Golbat does no wing attack, so that's another super effective move. But it's not really about the moves that these opponents use, it's about the weakness that we have in Special. Special is the Achilles heel whenever you're up against Agatha. So how many resets is this ultimately going to take?
Harden, Harden, Stomp, Stomp, Crabhammer, 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 okay, Crabhammer. Now we get paralyzed, rip. Okay. Wrap is destroying us here. Okay, we take down Gengar. We just need to land a hit on Arbok. There we go. Okay, 47 resets, 105 battles. This is going to be 106 on Lance. Oh, that was bad. Agatha, still a massive wall in this one. Okay, so let's take on Lancey Boy. Let's see how this one goes. Maybe that was the only wall. We're going to go Harden here. Critical hit Hyper Beam. Are you kidding me? Okay, now we can just stomp the Dragonairs. Crabhammer there. Stomp and stomp. There we go. We get through Lance on the first attempt. That was nice. And we're rare candying up to level 67 here. So still pretty reasonable. Full restore, max elixir. We are on 47 resets. We are over 40 optional battles. But let's just see if we can get the luck here on the champion. One last Harden there. We get poisoned, which is bad. But now we can stomp there. We can stomp there. It's a 2-hitter. Here, stomp is going to be a 2-hit KO there too. Okay, let's try this again. Go Harden, Harden. And if Sand Slash just goes crazy on Slash, we'll get beaten every time. Because, yeah, it ignores Harden, so... It's only 1 in 4 to use it though, because it's just going to randomize completely between its moves. But then the critical hit Earthquake, are you kidding me? That should not happen very often. Stomp. Stomp and stomp. Guillotine. Guillotine. Oh, Crabhammer. Not a one-hitter, but Stomp takes it down. We're at level 68 to beat the entire game with a Krabby. Okay. So, that leaves us with 43 optional battles and 49 resets on this one. But no TMs. And we'll see. Let's look at the tier list. Let's just pull it up.
So even with all those resets that we had on Agatha, Kingler is a solid A-tier Pokemon, getting a score of 84.35 in its first run. And that's pretty impressive given that Poliwrath, on its second run, finished with a score of 84.3. So we've already beaten the first 2 attempts with Poliwrath just with this first run with Kingler. So if we can optimize this one by adding TMs, which would clearly make the channelers in the Pokemon Tower much easier, probably make Agatha easier, and If the rest of the run is just about the same, one would think that we would get a much better score and therefore be able to move much further up the tier list. But it remains to be seen if the fully optimized Kingler is actually going to win this fight, given that Poliwrath did finish with an S tier placement when it did all of its optimizations. So now let's get into the second run, where we're going to try a minimum battles run with TMs and see at what level we can beat the game and what score we can get under those settings. So let's pick this one up in Lavender Tower and see how we do against the Ghastlies if we had some actual TM moves. We've added Bubble Beam in this one and Ice Beam in order to have coverage moves that will enable us to take down these ghosts, and we can see we've already gotten through the first Chandler, but let's see how it performs on this Ghastly right here.
Okay, so into this one, now we can compare. Bubble Beam does that much damage. And there we go. We get through, and we can take on this one. We really want to see Nightshade. We don't want to be paralyzed. Okay, and we take that one down. We don't need Bubble Beam anymore, basically. Bubble Beam is no longer necessary. Pretty much every situation, we would much rather be in the position of using Swords Dance plus a really strong physical attacking move. So I'm going to forget Bubble Beam. I'm going to keep Guillotine for now. We're going to learn Crabhammer by a level up later on. So, okay, we have finally gotten enough coins. We can buy the Hyper Beam TM. 15. And there we go. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to see if I can get through some tough spots without Hyper Beam, because we're always about minimizing the TMs, right? We don't have to go Hyper Beam. We shouldn't go Hyper Beam. Swords Dance is more unique, more, specific to Kingler. Of the water types, it's the only one that's going to get Swords Dance. It's kind of like using Swords Dance with Charizard. It's the only fire type that's going to get Swords Dance, so it kind of makes sense to use that in the run. But Hyper Beam, I mean, every fully evolved Pokemon basically gets it, so not sure that's the strat we want to go. Okay, so now into Koga. We should outspeed the Venonats, but this is going to be hard. Still going to be hard. So let's see what we can do. Swords Dance, Swords Dance. This one's always going to try to use Sleep Powder on us. And then it's going to tackle, but now Stomp is a one-shot, one-shot, one-shot. And it's a two-hitter there on Venomoth. Swords Dance and Stomp is great. Oh my god. That was nice. Let's see. So strategy, I'm going to start off with 3 Swords Dances here. I'm going all in on Swords Dance. Now Stomp is not quite a one-hitter, but still pretty decent. Oh, we get a crit. Okay, non-crit there. Non-crit wrecks that one. We leveled up, but oh, we just stomped everything. That's nice. Oh, we just stomped all of them. Okay. Yeah, but after it gets 2 Ice Beam, or 2 Flashes, I think we just go into Swords Dance and try to get the hits. Oh, and look at that. She gets destroyed on the second attempt. Once we got the Swords Dances set up, she has no chance. No chance at all. Oh, that's just great. And Arcanine, even after badge boosts. So, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Stomp, 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 Stomp. There we go. The Tail Whips from Ninetales are what did it. They gave us 2 more badge boosts in speed, which allowed us to outspeed everything. Okay, so now we have no choice. We have to go fight Erica. I'm not going to pull a J-Rose. I'm going to remember to fight Erica in this one. And, we're at a higher level, so I hope that she's not going to do too much damage. The game plan is to set up all of our boosts with Swords Dance and then just destroy her. Let's see how this goes. Okay, 1, 2, 3 Swords Dances. Stomp, critical hit. Come on, don't crit. No crit, please. There we go. We get through. No problem. Once we get the no crits, we have no problem. Definitely going for some badge boosting strats. We should be able to badge boost enough to outspeed the Nidos, I think. But we're really hoping for no sand attacks. No sand attack, please. Oh, and that critical hit. Oh, man. Like, we're not going to outspeed Dugtrio no matter what we do. And it lands Fissure. Great. But this is the spot where we have to pretty much boost up. So I'm hoping it uses Dig. I'm hoping it uses a guard spec. Okay, that was a 1 hit there. Stomp, 1 hit there. And we leveled up, so we lost badge boosts anyway. So here we've got to pop another rare candy in an effort to avoid losing badge boosts. Okay. And you know what our best play might be is actually to go for the freeze. As stupid as that sounds. We're getting Fissure though, so we're already up to 21 resets here. We just need one of these where we can land 2 hits in a row without a critical hit. That's all we need. Okay, we froze Dugtrio this time. Oh, and I misclicked and I... Oh, okay. Well, we froze Persian too. Nice. Okay, this is lucky. I was about to say I just ruined the run by misclicking. Okay, Hyper Beam. Okay. Hyper Beam. Okay, there we go. Now Crabhammer one-shots the Rhydon. See, once we get to Rhydon, it's easy. It's just a matter of not critting on both of those Nidos. Which, I mean, come on. We got 85% times 85%. Somebody do the math, you know. Probably about 70% chances to not crit twice, you know, 2 turns in a row there. Oh, man. Okay, so now we can take on the rival here, where I think we just Crabhammer there. I think we Ice Beam here. Oh, and we got the freeze. There we go. We froze Execute. So now we can take that one down. Now I'm just going to Hyper Beam there. Hyper Beam there. Hyper Beam there. And you better believe I'm going to Hyper Beam on the Flareon. There we go. Rival 6. Complete joke. Joke. Didn't knock out that Lapras. My god. Okay. Let's try this again. 2, 3. Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam. Crits. That's bad. Here I'm going to go Crabhammer to try to finish this one off. Okay. Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam should destroy Jinx no matter what. Okay, and there we get through. Okay, so we got 1 crit there, but we did manage to get through. And here I'm going to full restore. Nice. And now let's get into the Bruno fight. So here I'm actually going to set up Swords Dance first. I don't expect to take a ton of damage here from Onyx. Now Crabhammer one-shots. We've leveled up, but if we can hit with Hyper Beam, it should be a one-hitter there. Okay, that was still a one-hit KO there. Crabhammer. And now Hyper Beam destroys Machamp. Nice. Now we can learn Harden. And let's see, we still have Blizzard in our pocket. So we could learn that over Ice Beam. So I'm going to forget Ice Beam. And I'm going to also intentionally learn Surf here so that we get the badge boosts instead of Crabhammer. Because if Surf crits, it's going to be stronger than Crabhammer, and with the badge boost, it's going to be stronger than Crabhammer. So, yeah. let's get into this fight with Agatha. We gotta heal up. We definitely need to elixir as well. Let's try this fight, I guess. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So first things first, I'm going to start setting up badge boosts like crazy, and I'm going to go for the defense boosts first. Now I'm going to go for some attack boosts. And let's Hyper Beam down Golbat. Let's Surf. Oh, and now Surf is like a 2-hitter, but critical hit Mega Drain took us out. Okay. So, and another critical hit Mega Drain. That Gengar is the issue. Okay, a non-crit doesn't one-shot, but we are still in a worse situation. I think this is where we need to pop most of our rare candies. I'm going to keep 2 in my back pocket. Okay, so there we are, level 56. We're keeping 2 just in case we need badge boosts on Lance and the champion. Okay, so we're going for Harden. Harden's also good for when we take hits from ourselves, when we hit ourselves in confusion. That's why we want to set up Harden so badly. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, Surf. It's like a 2-hitter there. Hyper Beam should just destroy that one. Surf is a 2-hit KO there. Hyper Beam should one-shot Arbok. Now just please use something stupid. There we go. We get through. Nice. Okay. Through Agatha. 44 resets so far. Not bad. Not gonna complain. Okay. And now, I think the strat is to learn Blizzard. No, that can't be the strat, because we'd have to forget something. We can't forget Surf. Okay, so I'm going to throw my PP ups into Hyper Beam here. That's number 1. And how are we doing XP-wise? Okay, we're pretty far from level up, so we shouldn't need to use a rare candy here to avoid a level up. Let's just see how this goes. Okay. So first things first, I am going to start by setting up Harden for a bunch of badge boosts. Now I'm going to set up Swords Dance. Hyper Beam, one-shots. Hyper Beam, one-shots there. Hyper Beam missed. Okay, great. But basically, we just want to be able to outspeed the Aerodactyl. A 2, 3. Now Hyper Beam, if it hits, should one-shot. And one-shot. And it missed, but okay, now that's a one-shot. Now we're so fast that we can just one-shot Aerodactyl there, and Hyper Beam. There we go. Okay, we get through Lance. 45 resets. Not bad. So now there's no reason not to just spam the last 2 rare candies, use a max elixir, use a full restore, and let's get into the champion fight. Okay. So here I am definitely going to lead off with Harden, hoping not to get hit by Slash. Poison kind of sucks, but if we can get all our setup off. Oh, and sorry, I misclicked there. I was going to say, if we can get all our setup off on the Sand Slash, then I think we've got an easy time in front of us, because we just need to be able to one-shot everything with Hyper Beam, basically. So here, Surf, clearly. Here, Hyper Beam. Here, Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam. Surf is not as strong. Hyper Beam. There we go. Okay, so we beat the game on minimum battles. Nice. And only 46 resets, but we did add an awful lot of TMs in order to do that. Let's think about the TMs that we added. We added Bubble Beam at the beginning. We added Swords Dance, Surf, and Hyper Beam, and Ice Beam. So that was 5 TMs that we added in this run. So that puts us just right at the bottom of the S tier, doesn't it? Okay.
So that was by no means a perfect run. We had plenty of mistakes where I think we could have optimized with better rare candy usage or better move choice. And yeah, we had resets just due to bad luck in that one as well. But we can see that Kingler was pretty darn good. By just adding TMs, even on 0 DVs and minimum battles, we were able to achieve an S tier finish with a score of 90.4. Comparing that to Poliwrath when I did it on minimum battles with just TMs, we found that Poliwrath was basically a mid A tier Pokemon. So this one should really just come down to the optimizations and if we can get good luck. As long as we don't get terrible luck and we have good optimizations with our moveset, it's looking like Kingler should take this one down. But we don't know till we try it, so let's get into the final optimizing run and see if we can beat our rival Poliwrath. So I decided against going for Hyper Beam in this one, so instead I just got Body Slam in the SSN, and I think it will be enough with Swords Dance to get through. Now we're going to skip all the way ahead to the Elite Four, where we're getting there on only 18 resets. But can we take this one down?
Just in case. And let's get into the Lorelei fight. So here, I'm going to start off by body slamming her once to get her to go to sleep. That's the game plan. Let's body slam again. Oh, look at this body slam just destroy these Pokemon. Hey, we got a critical hit with body slam, but we get through Lorelei. There we go. Lorelei is easy. Here, I'll just use a Hyper Potion, and let's get into this fight against Bruno. Here we can just use Crabhammer, Body Slam. If it's not a crit, should be a one-shot. Come on, Crabhammer, there we go. And Body Slam one-shot, so there we go. So we are through to Agatha now. And this will be the first one where I will save because we may want to take a couple shots at her. But I'm going to also PP up on Crabhammer. And let's Elixir, and let's full restore. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay. We one-shot there with Body Slam. Okay. Oh, she's just being such a troll. Two, three. We're setting up all these badge boosts in order to boost the damage that Ice Beam does, really. I mean, we could just set up a couple of Swords Dances and Body Slam would do enough to Pokemon like Arbok. Okay. We keep getting put to sleep in this one. Okay, that was fine. We hit ourselves in confusion. Okay, we froze the last Gengar. There we go. We finally get through on 40 resets. That was stupid, guys. Okay. So we're gonna Elixir. We're going to Hyper Potion. There we go. Into Lancey Boy. Oh, this is going to be tight. Okay. So I'm going Harden first. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Body Slam. Ice Beam. And the critical hit. Are you kidding me? One, two, three. Okay. Body Slam. Body Slam. Sorry, I shouldn't even mess with Ice Beam here. Ice Beam is good like here and like here. There we go. Okay, we get through Lance. Now we have to go fast. We have to go fast if we're gonna beat Poliwrath here at the end. Okay. So 4 TMs and 41 resets and 2 optional battles. So let's see. Ah, man, this is rough. This is rough. Okay, I'm going Harden. Harden. Oh, we're just not getting it on this one, I don't think. Nope, rip. Okay. Round two. Okay. And Psybeam just critical hit one-shots us, okay. Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance. Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam. Body Slam is not a one-hitter, but... Oh, there we go. Okay. We get through. And I think we beat Poliwrath's time, too. There we go. So... we were able to beat the game. Basically only 2 optional battles there. The 2 battles that we took on the SSN, one to get Body Slam, one to get the extra rare candy. And yeah, 43 resets wasn't good though. So let's see where this puts us on the final tier list.
So in the end, in my final run, Kingler did beat the game with an S tier finish at 91.2 on the tier list, but that left it 2 spots lower than Poliwrath. And this one seems kind of fair, because unlike Poliwrath, Kingler doesn't have the extra moves that it needs to really outperform in this one. However, there's another way to look at this. Some of you folks are really interested in speed, and you'll notice that the Kingler actually finished the game faster than Poliwrath, and that's because in a lot of cases, it's much faster to take additional resets than it is to take optional battles. It's one of the big reasons why my setup is made the way that it is. Battles take more time than just taking resets, so you would almost always get better finishing times in your speed-based runs if you just went for more luck-based strategies than if you're trying to get something that's perfectly consistent. But in conclusion, Kingler is an S tier Pokemon. It probably deserves another run after this in order to try to optimize just a little bit more, but for now we can say that it is pretty reasonable to say that Kingler and Poliwrath are functionally pretty much the same. They have the same weaknesses to strong psychic type users, Poliwrath because of its typing, but Kingler because of the fact that it has such low special, and they both run into walls when they come up against ghosts because they don't have a lot of good moves to use against them. But with that being said, we have one question that remains about our Kingler, and we're going to have to do this a little bit differently because Kingler lost this challenge. So let's see what we have in store for it.
Something about that, and here's what I'm going to do. Usually I go take on Mewtwo at this point and, you know, call that its final battle, but for this one, we're going to punish it a little bit. And I think the way we're going to punish it is we're not going to allow it to heal. Yeah, no healing, sorry. We are going to withdraw our Pokemon. And, yeah, just to punish this one properly, instead of Mewtwo, he's got to take on Zapdos without healing. because that's going to be a harder fight. I mean, Drill Peck's going to do decent damage. Thundershock's definitely going to do decent damage. I think the only way through this is to freeze it. Lol. So let's go take on Zapdos. Zapdos is coming. Legendary Birds of Christmas. That's the game plan. We'll see if we can make it happen. But yeah, Zapdos time. Let's go. No healing. Okay. I'm going Ice Beam. Oh, and Thundershock Rex. That's right. Oh, Drill Peck. Oh, but we got the crit. Oh, we got Zapdos on the second attempt. Are you kidding me? Okay. So now, no healing. This one has to take down Mewtwo without healing. That's the new game plan. Oh, God. We're gonna have to freeze Mewtwo. That's the only possible way that we get through this, is to freeze it. I'm certain of that. Oh, this is stupid. This should be my new thing. Whatever we finish the Elite Four with as far as HP, we should just have to go fight Mewtwo without healing. No replenishing PP, nothing. Just go fight Mewtwo. And, get wrecked. Oh, God. I have no PP, I have to struggle on Mewtwo. Okay, so let's try this. Mewtwo, no healing, with Kingler. I'm going Ice Beam. And we get wrecked. Okay, let's do this again. Ice Beam. Oh, Swift destroyed us. No, we need Barrier or Recover. And now we need a 10% chance to freeze. That's what we need. Nope. 3 turns in a row it used Barrier and we still couldn't get the freeze. Oh, man. Okay. Nope. Once we get the freeze, this is over. It will be like, you know, it's over. I have the high ground. Yeah, there we go. Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Body Slam. There we go. We get through the Mewtwo at only level 59. Krabby, Claws, came up second best. Came up just a little short in the final run. So there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed.
So if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, you are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this one. Big thanks to D1D from the Discord for recommending this one to me. It was definitely a fun run, especially to pit up against Stephanie T's Poliwrath. And in the next one, we're going to be checking how an unevolved form would have done against these two Pokemon with our Poliwhirl. Is it possible that Poliwrath's little brother could actually crush both of these Pokemon? Tune in next time to find out. And if you just can't wait for the next run, there's a link to the full playlist of all of my runs here on the left side. Huge thank you to the channel members, Mark McCarty, Rosador, Ken Schmidt, Andrew Palmer, Zane Winter, Marvelous Racing, Roy Merkel, and our newest member Marvin Deng. There are tons of new runs coming here at the end of the year, so let's keep this thing rolling, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.